If you just missed your flight, don't start canceling everything just yet. First, get into the airline's customer service line while checking the app at the same time. Second, find out who actually controls each reservation. That could be the airline, your credit card company, or a third party travel platform. Third, screenshot every delay notice, rebooking option, and a receipt. And fourth, don't cancel your hotel until your new travel dates are confirmed. We learned all of this after one flight delay turned a vacation booked mostly with points into more than $2,000 in unexpected cash expenses. And yes, we also missed the replacement flight. Let me walk you through exactly what happened, what we should have done differently, and how having a separate travel fund kept this from becoming a new credit card debt. All right, y'all. So we were supposed to fly from Jacksonville to the Dominican Republic on Sunday. Well, that didn't happen because the night before the trip, American Airlines sent us a notification saying the flight crew needed additional rest. And that delay shortened our connection time in Miami. About 15 minutes later, American sent us another message basically saying that we may want to reconsider or rebook our trip. And that is not the message that you want to receive the night before an international vacation. We immediately started searching for another way to get from Jacksonville to the Dominican. And we looked at different flights. We looked at different departure times. We looked at other options leaving Jacksonville. Nothing worked with the schedule we needed. Our original American Airlines tickets had been purchased primarily with points. We had only paid approximately about $100 in taxes and fees. American did return those points when we canceled the itinerary, so that was a bonus. So we didn't lose those points, but returned points did not get us to the Dominican the following morning. We still needed to get the actual flights, and we needed them fast. And the best replacement option we could find was a Southwest flight leaving from Orlando. So that's 2.5 hours from us. And that meant canceling the American itinerary, paying cash for new flights, and driving from Jacksonville to Orlando early the next morning. Now, the Southwest purchases made in June totaled about $1,422.54 to be exact. And just like that, our vacation went from being booked mainly with points to requiring more than $1,400 in immediate cash. And this is the truth I'm tired of watching play out. People tend to save enough money to book the vacation, but they don't always save enough money for the vacation to go wrong. And travel can go wrong before you ever leave your home state. And that's why insurance is also important. But we left Jacksonville at approximately 6 o'clock in the morning. Our Southwest flight was leaving Orlando around 10:30. So we planned to be inside the airport maybe like by 9 o'clock. So we reached the airport area around 8:30. That sounded like enough time, but it wasn't. So we had to circle the parking area several times before we finally found a covered space. And then because we were taking an international flight, our travel documents had to be verified at the Southwest ticket counter. Now, that line took approximately about 40 minutes. And by the time we completed the process, the flight doors were closed. So we had paid more than $1,400 for replacement flights. We had driven from Jacksonville to Orlando, and we still were not leaving for the DR. At that point, I was asking myself 3 questions. Do we cancel the entire vacation? Do we accept that the trip is over? Or do we keep spending money trying to save it? And this is the moment when travel stress becomes financial stress. Now, the Southwest representative moved us to a flight leaving the following day on that Monday. She also tried to change our return flight so we could come home one day later. She couldn't do that. And that portion of the trip had been booked using a third-party travel platform. Southwest didn't control that reservation, and that became another major lesson. The airline helping you at the airport may not be able to change every ticket connected to your trip. And you need to know who controls each reservation before the problem happens or get a refundable ticket. And fortunately, we had family in Orlando and we didn't have to pay for an emergency hotel that night, thankfully. And that saved us from another unexpected expense. So we still had to move the resort reservation from Sunday through Thursday to Monday through Friday. Now, the resort did not charge us a formal change fee, but the room category we originally booked was no longer showing as available. Now, the replacement room was approximately $1,000 more, and I temporarily booked the more expensive room because I didn't want to lose the reservation completely. And I was like, okay, how am I going to fix this? So I went back and checked the hotel inventory again, and our original room category had reopened for the new dates at the same price we initially paid. So I canceled the more expensive room and booked the original category. And that additional check prevented another $1,000 expense. So don't assume the first option you see is the only option available, because inventory can change while people are canceling moving dates and rebooking during a travel disruption. So, quick pause. I'm Annette Harris, an accredited financial counselor, and on this channel, I talk about what happens when your budget meets real life. Because budgeting is easy to discuss when everything goes according to plan. And the real test is what your finances allow you to do when the plan completely falls apart. So, subscribe if you want practical financial strategies based on real situations. Now, let me show you exactly where the money went. So, the replacement Southwest tickets totaled $1,422.54. Changing the return itinerary through the travel platform added another $405.80. The only remaining seats required upgrades of $89 per person, and that added another $178. When we added everything together, the disruption required $2,006.34 in unexpected cash. The original American Airlines points were returned. We didn't lose those points, but we still had to replace the points-based trip with more than $2,000 in immediate cash expenses. And that distinction matters because points may reduce the original cost of a vacation, but points do not replace the need for available cash when the itinerary falls apart. Now, we did not pull this money from our normal household checking account. We didn't drain our primary emergency fund. We did not come home with an additional $2,000 in credit card debt. And we also had a plan. We had a separate travel account. So some people call it a vacation sinking fund. Some call it a travel buffer. Some simply call it a travel savings account. The name is not the important part. The purpose is. This was money we had already saved specifically for travel. It covered the planned expenses, but it also gave us room when the flights, dates, seats, and reservations changed. And the unexpected expense was still frustrating, but having the money did not make $2,000 feel inexpensive. It made the problem manageable. And that is what strong financial planning is supposed to do. It gives you choices when life becomes expensive without asking for your permission. Now, if you're currently dealing with a missed flight or major delay, here's what I recommend doing. First, get into the physical customer service line and check the airline app at the same time. Do not wait until you reach the front of the line to start searching for another flight. Available seats can disappear quickly. Second, determine who controls each reservation. Your outbound flight, your return flight, your hotel, rent-a-car, and travel package may have been booked through different companies. And that matters because one company may not be able to change a reservation owned by someone else. Third, document everything, especially if you have insurance. Save screenshots of the delay notification, save the original itinerary, save the replacement option, save receipts, save emails, and write down who you spoke with and what they told you. Fourth, confirm your new transportation before changing the rest of the trip. Don't cancel your hotel, rental car, or activities until you know when you can actually arrive. Fifth, check your credit card benefits and travel insurance coverage. Some credit cards include trip delay or interruption protection. So travel insurance may help in certain circumstances, but coverage depends on the policy, the reason for the disruption, the way you book the trip, and the documentation that you can provide. And when reimbursement is available, you may still have to pay the expense first. That is why accessible cash matters. Let's talk about how much money you should keep in a travel buffer. There is no single number that works for everyone. Your amount should reflect the destination, the number of people traveling, and what it could cost to replace one day of the trip. At a minimum, consider the cost of one night of lodging. Add meals, add local transportation for one day, consider a fare difference or a replacement ticket, and think about what it could cost to change your return itinerary. A solo traveler taking a domestic weekend trip may need a smaller amount. A family traveling internationally may need considerably more. Our experience required more than $2,000, and that doesn't mean that everyone needs $2,000 for every trip. It means your travel budget should include more than the flight, hotel, food, and activities. You also need room for the disruption. And there are a few things I would absolutely do differently. First, I would leave significantly more time when departing for a larger airport, especially for an international flight. Reaching the airport area at the recommended time is not the same as being ready to board. You still have to park. You may have to take transportation from the parking area. You may need document verification. American Airlines, it was electronic. You still have security, and international check-in requirements can take longer than expected. Second, I would pay closer attention to where each portion of the trip was booked. Now, the Southwest representative could help us with the Southwest reservation. She could not change the return itinerary purchase through the travel booking platform. A lower price through a third party may come with an additional layer when plans change, so be mindful of that. And that doesn't mean you should never use a travel platform. It means you need to understand the restrictions and who controls the booking. Third, I would review all travel protections before leaving home. Do not wait until you're standing at the airport to learn what your credit card or insurance company may cover. Our vacation started one day late. We ended up hours in the airport, but it was not destroyed. We made it to the Dominican Republic. We had an amazing trip. Check out the video. And we came home without turning the disruption into a long-term debt. A budget is not supposed to stop you from living. A strong budget gives you options when the plan changes. My goal is to reach 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. When we reach that goal together, I will donate $50 in honor of each of 5 subscribers to the Folds of Honor Scholarship Program for military dependents. So subscribe and help me reach that goal. Then watch the emergency fund video on the screen next, because your next unexpected expense should be inconvenient. It should not become a financial crisis.